Now, Central Illinois' most accurate forecast with meteorologist Seth Bohnhoff.
Well, kind of an interesting afternoon outside right now. There's probably a few of us that have a little bit of sunshine out there, but there's also several others that may be dealing with a small storm, and many of us kind of somewhere in between like we are in Mattoon. You can still see some blue sky there, but plenty of cloud cover in the background as well. So plenty to pay attention to over the next couple of hours. We look at the satellite radar picture, though. Doesn't look too busy at kind of the wide view here, but we kind of zoom in, show you a few of the storms that we have out here in the area. There's one kind of in the northwest corner of Champaign that's fizzled out a little bit since, but maybe we'll get a kind of a brief rain here in town for a while. Kind of just paying attention out to the west too, just these little bitty cells that are starting to form. We'll see if they can kind of produce some lightning as well within the next couple of hours. These will be the things to watch as we advance into the evening, because if anything kind of gets close to the Champaign area, closer to race time, we'll need to really kind of make sure that we are staying away from some of those. So that'll be what we're watching here. 73 at the moment in Champaign, 75 in Decatur, noticeably cooler up there to the north and east. Check out Watseka, just 53 degrees right now. So big difference in some of those temperatures. The wind out of the northwest between about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Through the rest of the nights, we'll kind of just have those storms here through the evening, but the actual nighttime hours are going to be nice and dry and pretty quiet as well, dropping down to 46 there for your overnight low. Let's take a look at future track. Again, some of these storms have kind of changed placement from one model run to the next, but it continues to suggest there's going to be activity here in the area for at least the next couple of hours. So any sort of outdoor plans, of course, the race weekend continuing here this evening as well. If something like this were to take place, we might see some delays there. At least people wouldn't be able to be outside there before the races if there's some lightning in the area. So we'll pay attention to that, but the threat should pretty much taper off once the sun sets here later on tonight. So just kind of more annoying than anything. It'll slow things down. It probably won't stop too much here tonight. Through the weekend, there's going to be nothing stopping us, though. Might be a cloudy start to our day tomorrow. We'll get some sunshine in the afternoon, warming us back to the 60s. Sunday, though, that's when we'll jump back up there into the 70s, feeling some of that nice warm weather. But then we keep heating up there as we get on into the beginning of this coming week, and that's not necessarily the best news to hear, because although it'll feel good, notice that big temperature drop after Tuesday. That means a system is likely moving on in, and that's exactly what we're going to see. We can pull up the muggy meter here to show you the amount of humidity there in the air. The dew points all the way up there closer to 70 degrees by the time we get to Monday and Tuesday. So that means there's going to be that warm air. There's going to be some moist air. That means some instability in place. That will likely lead to some severe weather chances. The latest from the Storm Prediction Center for Monday does have a pretty wide swath of an enhanced risk off to our north and west. That'll likely be the busier day out of the severe weather days we'll be watching for. Hopefully the worst of that stays to our northwest. We are included in that risk, though, late Monday, but I think the better chance for some more widespread activity right here at home is going to be into the day on Tuesday, as that cold front kind of redevelops some storms there into the afternoon. Look at this atmospheric field, though. Throughout much of the severe weather season so far, we've kind of seen maybe some dark green colors at the worst. But again, 80s for temperatures, 70s for dew points. That introduces some of these yellow and orange colors, so more unstable air than what we've seen so far. And although that'll kind of tone down into the nighttime hours, watching as that front moves through Tuesday to kind of reproduce some of that activity again. Future Track shows that story. There's that front moving through, producing some storms into the night. We'll have to watch for some of those, but I think Tuesday afternoon, as we kind of reheat things back up, that'll be the opportunity to really pay attention to as well. So keeping an eye on both days in there. As we look at the 7-day forecast, though, enjoy a very quiet and calm weekend here. 60s for your Saturday, 70s for your Sunday. We should be in pretty good shape here all throughout the weekend. Just got to get through a few of those pesky little storms here this evening. Hopefully we can keep things going there without too much trouble, and we can kind of keep things according to schedule, because, Will, I don't know about you, but I like staying on schedule at all times. There's a reason I make a schedule. I want to stick to it, you know?
Seth, you're so thorough, and that's what I like about you.
I'm thorough, but in the world of weather, sometimes my schedule,
throw it out the window.
That's just what happens.
Yep. I think they're going to get a little break of rain, though. I think they're going to.
Yeah, hopefully so. Hopefully things aren't delayed, but we'll see.
All right.